guys, and it's Teacher Five, and we're back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be sharing about the 5 qualities of a good leader. You guys may be thinking, what is a leader? Well, Josie Bastos has once said that the leader sees before others do. They visualize before others visualize. You see, if something's going to happen, then that leader is definitely going to do it. So, if you guys are ready to learn about the 5 qualities of a good leader, then come on and let's get into the video. The first step of this video is going to be, they're a good decision maker. A leader is always a good decision maker. And we already know that. A leader is someone who leads, who shows the path. So, whatever the step you take, your followers will take the step as well. So if you take the step to the right, they will take the step to the right. If you take the step to the left, you will take the step to the left. But if you take the step to the wrong place and fall into a ditch, then you guys will take the wrong place and fall into the ditch as well. Then your followers take they will fall into a ditch with you. So that's what's very important. They're a good decision maker. They're the first one who has an idea. You see, don't you listen to that idea can become a good idea to a great idea. So that's why it's very important that you guys have had to have. You guys have to be the first one to lead, the first one to start, the first one to finish. So that's what's very important. Be a decision maker. Make decisions. Make decisions. Don't let someone else make a decision for you. You make the decision and then you say, alright, we're going to do this today and that's final. We're going to do that at 10 a.m. in the morning. Are you guys ready for it? That is how a leader acts. So, decision making. That's what's very important. You see, if you do not know how to decision make, then you cannot be a leader. Because, and that's the first thing, if a leader does not know how to make decisions, then he is not a leader at all. So that's what's very important. Be a decision maker, be the first one to start and the last one to finish. So that's what the first step is all about. Now let's move on to the next step. Alright, so for the second step of this video, it's going to be good communicating. They're good communicators. Good leaders are good communicators. You see, when you communicate, like communication, this is why I say communication is the key to eating, because if you want to eat, then you gotta communicate. You gotta ask the worker in the restaurant to say, please, can I have this? Can I order that? So that's why it's very important about be a good communicator. Talk non-stop. I'm not telling you to talk about random stuff or that I cat came up into my garden. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you communicate in such. Let's say if you're doing a project, you communicate about the project and say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is step 1. This is step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, and etc. So that's why it's very important that we communicate. You see, communication is the key to everything. That's what unlocks doors for you. So, if I did not have communication, then I couldn't even be living today, because if you can't communicate, you can't eat food. If you can't communicate, you can't make friends. If you can't communicate, you cannot be successful at all. You can't even create a business. So that's what's very important. Start communicating. And what I mean communicating, you guys got to talk with people. You got to engage in conversations. So that's what's very important. Be a good communicator, and there you will be a good leader. Now let's move on to the third step. Alright, so for the third step is that good leaders motivate others. You see, this is what I really like. This is what's so important as well. Motivating others. You see, that's what you see motivational speakers on YouTube or anything like that. They're speaking on podcasts. They are actually the ones who's influencing people. And with good communication, they can motivate others. So basically, motivating others when someone is like, God, who am I kidding? Is this even gonna work? You gotta tell them. You gotta keep going. Life's gonna push down back on you, but you gotta get back up on your feet and start going. So this was very important. Motivate others. See if the person is like sad or like upset or something. They say, come on, pal. We got this. We gotta get this job done right now. So this is very important. Motivate others and help them visualize what they want to do. Because you may actually just give up at the first try. You say, this is only the beginning. You gotta keep going. So motivate them. Use words that you're champion, or like you're good. You're like, if you're good at using computers, you're a good you're very good at using computers. Or like, if they're a good scientist, you can say you're a very good scientist. Come on, don't go back to your comfort zone. Keep going. You're the great scientist. So that's very important. Use those type of words to be able to motivate that person. And if you guys apply that second step, good communication, this would be very easy for you. Now let's move on to the fourth step. Alright, so for the fourth step is gonna be a positive attitude. You see, this is probably the most important out of all of this. In order to be able to apply all the rest of the steps that I just said, you're gonna have to keep a positive attitude. You see, I've heard this book, Napoleon Hill said, attitude is everything for success. And that is rightfully true. Because without a good attitude, you won't achieve success. Without a good attitude, you won't get good results. You see, attitude just applies in everything, and every single thing you do. So, if you do something wrong, it is determined by your attitude. Because if you like punch someone when the person has done nothing to you, then that shows the person. You see, the person can read your attitude, not by talking. You can read your physiology by just looking. You can just visualize. You say, okay, yeah, this guy's punching people. He's just saying bad words to people all the time. Well, no one is doing something. So that's what people will start gossiping about you. So that's why very important. Keep a positive attitude. And I'm telling you, if you guys, the first thing you're gonna do to be a leader, you gotta keep a positive attitude. If you don't have a positive attitude, then you guys ought to have to work on your attitude. Because if you don't have a positive attitude, then there's no way you guys can apply these steps. So, these steps is going to be positive attitude. And if you guys want to have a positive attitude, then listen to motivation or meditation in the morning, or affirmations. That could keep you going. So this is very, very important. That's why it's very important that you keep a positive attitude, and then you guys will get far, because attitude is everything for success. Now, let's move on to the last step of this video. Alright, so for the last step of this video is going to be that good leaders admit mistakes. Yeah, that is true. You see, I may not know every single thing on earth. but I'm a good leader anyway. You see, a leader does not have to know every single detail of earth, like how much grain of sand there is on the grass, like the size of earth or something. They cannot just measure all that themselves. They don't have to know every single thing on earth. But the good thing that they can do is actually admit their mistakes. It's better admitting your mistakes than saying that saying that you know everything. Because when you made a mistake, then that's just how life is. You're obviously gonna make mistakes, and that's the whole thing. That's why we have a word called learning. Learning. You see, making mistakes. If you make mistakes, then you guys will learn quickly. I'm not saying that you should jump out the window and then say you have made a mistake. That's not what I'm telling you to do. What I'm saying is that if you have been working out and then you accidentally drop something on the ground, you may say, yeah, I dropped out by accident. My bad, it was a mistake. The next day, you do that, and then you don't drop it. You get the grip on your hands, and then you hold the weights properly, and then exercise with happiness. So that's why it's very important. Admit your mistakes. If you do not admit your mistakes, you're never going to be happy in life. People who don't admit their mistakes, oh yeah, right. People are just making fun of me, saying I made mistakes. That's not how you're supposed to do. Just admit the mistakes and then say, yeah, okay, I've done the mistake. I will learn from it. My bad. I'm sorry. So that's what's very important. Leaders make mistakes. Like, you see, you cannot ask John C. Maxwell that, like, John C. Maxwell doesn't know everything. Even every motivational speaker don't know everything, but they do as much as they can do. So that's what's very important. Admit your mistakes, and then you guys will be a great person. So that's what this video is about, the 5 qualities of a good leader. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified every single time when Teaching for Life publishes a video. Now, thank you guys for watching Teaching for Life, and it is Teaching for Life out.